Hello everyone. Today I will discuss the introduction of the contemporary world. But before we start, what is contemporary world? So, contemporary world is the modern world, the present world, or the present world that you are living. Okay, moving on, let's see the definition of the globalization. So, globalization is the process of increasing interdependence and integration among economics, markets, societies, cultures, and different countries worldwide. So, globalization have a interdependence and integration o ang pagsasama o ang pagtutulungan ng dalawang bansa. They have an interaction to other people o socialization and interaction of people and countries. Okay, next, interdependence. Interdependence means people, groups, countries rely on each other to meet their needs or to achieve their goals. The example of this is no one's lives or work completely alone. We all depend on others for some things. So, now, let's proceed to integration. Integration means bringing together parts to make a whole or combining different things to make as one system. So, globalization is important because it connects countries, peoples, and businesses around the world, leading to many economics, cultures, and social benefits. And now, let's proceed to the labor market. Labor market refers to the system where workers look for job and the employees look for workers. So, it means labor market ay isa itong sistema kung saan yung mga manggagawa ay naghahanap ng trabaho at yung mga empleyado ay naghahanap ng manggagawa. Example na lang nito is yung mga OFW. Diba yung mga OFW, pupunta sila sa ibang bansa, pero kailangan nila ng agency para makapag-apply sila. So, yung mga OFW dito sa Pinas is maghahanap sila ng agency. Yun na yung mga empleyado. Then, yung mga empleyado naman doon sa agency is maghahanap sila ng manggagawa. Okay? Next, free trade. Free trade means buying and selling goods and service between countries without barriers like taxes, quotas, and restriction. So, free trade ay yung pagbili at pagbebenta ng mga goods sa pagitan ng dalawang bansa sa pamamagitan ng buwis at iba pa. The last but not the least, free flow of capital. Free flow of capital means money can move freely across countries without restrictions. This includes investments, loans, buying and selling of assets, and financial between nations. So, wherein in the free flow of capital is the money can move freely. So, yung pera is nakakagalaw siya nang walang humahadlang or walang hadlang sa pamamagitan ng pamumuhunan, pautang, at pagbebenta ng mga ari-arian.
Hello everyone, my name is Hazel Anhimino and I'm here to discuss about global economy. What is global economy? Global economies refers to the interconnected systems of economic exchange and activities that take place between countries around the world. Here's the key points of global economy. Trade of goods and services is exchange of products and activities between people, countries, and businesses. Here's examples of trade of goods and services. In good products, when a Philippines export bananas to Japan. In good services is a Filipino's virtual assistant works in US clients online. Number 2 is investment flow. What is investment flow? Investment flows refers to the movements of money for investment from one country to another. In simple terms, when it's individual, companies, or governments send money abroad to invest business, lands, stocks, or other assets in another country. For example, a Japanese car company builds a factory in the Philippines. Number 3 is movements of labor and capital. Movements of labor and capital refers to people money moved between countries for work and investment. Movements of labor means people moving to another country for works. For example, a Filipino nurse works in Canada. Next is movements of capital. It refers to the money moving between countries to invested or used for businesses. For example, a foreign investor buys shares in the Philippines companies.
Good morning everyone. So today we will tackle about global interstate. What is global interstate system? So when we say global interstate system, the global interstate system refers to the complex network of political, economic, and social interaction among countries. An international organization, it's based on the principles of sovereignty, territorial integrity, and diplomatic relationship, key aspect, and globe. Example, sovereign states, independent countries with defined borders and governments. International law, rules and norms covering states' behavior. Diplomacy, official interaction and negotiations between states. Global governance institutions like the UN, IMF, and WTO promote cooperations. This assistance aims to maintain global stability, security, and cooperation, addressing issues like trade, human rights, and environmental protection. For example, of Globalization interstate system, United Nations, UN, a platform of countries to discuss and address global issues like peace, security, and development. International treaties and agreements such as Paris Agreement on Climate Change or the Geneva Conventions on Humanitarian Law. Global governance institutions like the World Trade Organization, WTO, International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the World Health Organization, WHO. This example will demonstrate how countries interact and cooperate on global issues shaping the global interstate system. And that's all my report. Once again, I'm your reporter Maria Cristina, and I hope you learned something. Thank you.
My name is SHEILA. So today, I will discuss about the 4 elements of global interstate system. People, the permanent population or permanent presence of people in a common location. Territory, defined geographical area. Example, Philippine landmass and territorial waters. Number 3, government, the institution of that exercise authority. Example, government of the Philippines led by the president. For sovereignty, state dependence and supreme authority. Example, Philippine interdependence from colonial rule and self-governance.
My topic is all about market integration. So when we say market integration, it refers to the process of combining separate national or regional markets into large. Like for example, European Union or EU is a primary example of common markets where goods, capital, services, and labor can move freely within the member of states. And there are 3 types of market integration. First is horizontal integration. So when we say horizontal integration, it involves firms in the same industry merging or acquiring competitors to increase market share and reduce competition. like for example, mergers and acquisitions. Some companies in the same industry combine, such as Exxon and Mobil, merging for the former ExxonMobil. And the second one is vertical integration. So when we say vertical integration, it involves firm acquiring businesses in different stage of the production process, from raw materials to distributions. Like for example, oil companies. Some oil companies own drilling operations, refineries, and gas stations, controlling the entire production of distribution processes. And the third one is conglomeration. So when we say conglomeration, it involves firms acquiring in unrelated industries to diversify operations and reduce risk. Like for example, venture capitalist firms, or some firms invest in various industries, creating portfolio or diverse businesses, like Samsung Electronics, constructions, or finance.